Well, good afternoon, basketball fans from the Stroud Gymnasium on the campus of the University of Montana Western. Frontier Conference women's basketball. Good place to hang out on a chilly Saturday afternoon in southwestern Montana with a lot of snow. That's an understatement. Mucho a lot of snow. The Bulldogs and the Saints starting lineup pretty much the same as before, and it is highlighted by Willa Albright. She is the offensive player of the week in the Frontier Conference. She transferred down to Carroll from the University of Montana. Now for the Dogs. Dogs have been through a lot this year, but they've got resilience and they play pretty good. The team starting five centered around the lone senior, Peyton Hagee, a health and human performance major. She is a 5'5" senior guard from Ephrata, Washington. The Bulldogs enter the game today with a 2-8 conference record, 7-15 overall, while the number 20 ranked Carroll College Fighting Saints 8-2 in the Frontier and 16-7 overall. I'm Wally Felt along with Mike Miller and our producer-director Brett Wiebe, and welcome to the Bulldog Sports Network. This should be an interesting one. Mike, last time we were here with these two teams, it was a thriller.
Yes. And you talked about Willa Albrecht. She and Kendall Keller both transferred from the University of Montana and have been just amazing for the Carroll College Saints.
Well, and they've brightened up the Carroll offense and have shown that, you don't have to be a Division I school to produce good basketball. Carroll's one of the better programs in the country. Western won a national championship a few years ago, so these are two of the better programs. The Western Dogs right now a little bit off from their normal.
Now, what happened there?
I'm not sure. Maybe stepping on the baseline over there? I'm not really sure.
I think maybe she held the ball a little bit long, closely guarded.
Gotcha.
And,
the 5 second?
Yeah, because I didn't see a hand signal, but.
Well, the Saints only won by 2 the first time around. Shot is up hard off the glass and right into the hands of Maddie Moy, sophomore from Kalispell. Moy has the ball now. Turnaround jumper from the free throw line, a little short, but Peterson grabs the rebound out of the hands of the Saints, and Kiki Davis has it now. She'll take a drive as the Bulldogs work off another offensive possession. Kiki Davis with the basket, first basket of the ball game. Kiki in the first game around had 21 points and 10 rebounds in the Saints' narrow 56-54 win over the Bulldogs, 56-54 back in the early. In fact, the second conference game, it was the first home conference game for the Bulldogs. Bulldog defense keeps the Carroll Saints away from the ball and the basket. Isabel Lund drives the length of the field and lays it up and in. Nifty move from Isabella Lund, the junior from Tumwater, Washington. And the Bulldog.
She exploded the other night in the loss. 20 points. She had 12 points in the final half.
Well, and she got it all inside, too, against that the tallness that Rocky has. There's a 3 attempt from the front of the key is no good. Maddie Moy with the foul on the putback attempt.
Kenzie Peterson had blocked out very, very well. Looked like a Saint over her back.
Albright makes a free throw. She's a 91% free throw shooter. She does not miss them very often. And I love Steve Keller's version of why free throw shooting is not like it used to be. Albright makes both. The Saints on the board. It is 4-2. Coach Keller, when I asked him about how free throw shooting has kind of fallen off, and he held up his cell phone and he said it's right here. They'd rather spend time on their phone than taking that extra practice time.
I think Isabella Lund just got to run over. And foul is on
Carter. 5'11" sophomore from Moses Lake, Washington. First foul of the. Oh, Kiki Davis. Nice play underneath the basket. And you've always said you got to watch out for that under the basket stuff. 6-2, the score just underway in the first quarter. Montana Western leading the Saints, and Albright goes up for another one, and a quick foul. 2 quick fouls now by Maddie Moy. And here comes Trinity Nichols. Seems like, was it her or was it another player that got early foul trouble the first time around? Seems like somebody got a quick 2 fouls.
Well, it was nothing like Thursday where we had 4 fouls in the first 22 seconds of the game.
Albright with a couple of free throws more. She scored all the Saints points with 4 successful trips to the free throw line. Hagee grabbed the loose ball, put it up a little hard off the glass. And Carter with the rebound. Here come the Saints quickly down court. Step back shot is up and no good, but Albright with the offensive board high in the air. Are you sure she's 6 foot? Seems like she plays like she's 6'9".
Oh, she carried the ball.
She carried the ball, but she got fouled. So that's 3 team fouls now for Montana Western. Only 1 team foul for the Saints. Saints a pretty good free throw shooting team, and here's another one of those good free throw shooters. Keller gets them both. She's a 77% free throw shooter. And Mike, a little surprising, all 6 Carroll points have all come from the free throw line. A perfect 6 for 6. Nichols puts up the 3 and hits it. Trinity Nichols with a 3 for the Bulldogs, and they're up 9-6. Carter, nice little turnaround move, scores the basket. Bulldogs lead by 1, 9-8. Good defense by the Saints.
Foul on
Ekstrom?
I think so.
And that was away from the ball. I think she was trying to move through the screen and move the player. Isabel Lund will put the ball in play right in front of the Carroll bench. Saints are coached by Rochelle Sayers in her 14th year in the bench, and her assistants are J.D. Solomon and Hannah Dean. Isabel Lund drives the basket and draws the foul. You know, Isabella is 5'6", but talking to a close family relative, she doesn't agree with that measurement.
Well, she's taller than I am, and I'm at least 5'7".
Lund gets the first free throw. Misses the second one, a little short off the glass. Albright with the rebound for the Saints. Bulldogs lead by 2, 10-8. 5:25 left to play. Nice move to the basket, but no good. That was Keller's move to the basket. Fell a little short. Kiki Davis is...
Bounce pass in the lane, and the girl is running straight towards you in the bounce pass.
Not a good thing.
Not a good idea.
We have a media timeout with 5:01 left to play in the first quarter. Our score, Montana Western 10, Carroll College 8. Back with more Frontier Conference women's basketball on the Bulldog Sports Network. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. 4:59 left to play in the first quarter. Western leading the Saints 10-8. Carroll with the ball. Saints playing catch around the perimeter.
I think they're trying to go in low, but Kinsey Peterson playing very good defense against.
Shot is up and no good by Ekstrom. Bulldogs with the defensive rebound.
Ooh.
Nice move to the basket by Kenzie Peterson. She draws the foul. She'll step to the charity stripe for a couple.
And that was on Isabella Erickson.
Peterson gets free throw number one. And the second one just kind of rims around, and Isabel Lund was the last person to touch it.
Erickson's from Broadview.
She is related
yes, to Kyle Erickson.
Cousin, I believe.
Yeah.
Erickson, as is the Erickson that was on the Rocky team, although he didn't play much. Three-point shot up and no good by the Saints. Rebound collected. Long rebound by Isabel Lund to Peyton Hagee. She's open for the three. Hard off the glass. No good. And Albright collects the rebound for the Saints. We're running the other direction. A little track meet going on. Albright drives in, puts it right up over Kiki Davis. And she is called for the charge.
That was an easy one. It happened right in front of the official.
So when you were coaching, did you have some kind of a award for drawing charges?
Well, no, I didn't, but we always made a big deal of it, and we practiced drawing charges.
Peterson out to Nichols. Nichols to Davis. Thinks about a shot. Now she's going to drive the perimeter, put shot up, and it falls. Kiki Davis with the basket, and the Bulldogs with a 5-point lead, 13-8. 3 minutes and 1 second left in the first quarter.
And we are looking at some of our first substitutes in the game. Now Trinity Nichols.
She came in early, but Other than that, it's been pretty much the
yeah.
starters.
Oh,
She take an extra step.
I thought Isabella stepped out of bounds.
Kiki Davis, another basket. Kiki Davis with 2, and it's 15-8 Bulldogs. 2:26 left to play first quarter. Keller shot up. He's standing between the top of the key and the free throw line for that one, and it's 15-10. And down at the other end is Isabella One. She took advantage of a lapse in the Carroll defense for the easy basket. 17-10 Bulldogs.
Showing the value of that left hand.
Travel is the call. Erickson, Isabel Erickson took a little extra. She doesn't think so, but has an official ever made an error?
No.
Never.
Oh, Sammy Love also in.
So as Mike said, first substitution, Ava Belich, and prior to the game, Mike, we saw Coach Cooper, who was a pretty good post player, working with
she has
Ava Belich.
She has Ava down in the low post to start the game instead of out on the wing.
Step back 3 is good. That's Ekstrom. And it's 17-12 Bulldogs. Peyton Hagee has the ball. Hagee, student teaching right now, under a Western alum, Rami Williams, down at the Parkview School, middle school.
Oh, that is how strong Kiki Davis is.
Well, she's got that softball in her.
Yeah.
So the Bulldogs have led by as many as 7. They lead by 5 now, 17-12. Carroll with the ball. Erickson has it. Out to Ekstrom. Bullock in the lineup has the ball. Step back 3 is good. Ooh, that was pretty. Ekstrom, the senior from Bozeman, cuts the Bulldog lead to just a basket.
From what I've read, she was Rachel Sayers' very first player to be taken in the 2021 recruiting class.
Well, she's done well.
You think Rachel Sayers has a good eye to find talent?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, we've got an offensive foul, and I believe that is on Ekstrom.
Yeah, and how many is that?
2.
So 3 seconds on the clock is it.
Yep, this is.
Well, that's after 1 quarter of play. It's Montana Western 17, Carroll College 15. Back with the second quarter on the Bulldog Sports Network.
Schedule at Montana Western. I take 1 class for 18 days.
And we have 3 hours a day in that class. 4 classes per semester. Once that class is over, you get to move on to the next.
It makes school a lot easier. You're able to just focus on one subject at a time.
Right now I'm in botany, and we get to do a lot of labs and a couple of field trips.
I find it very useful to just focus on 1 class per block.
The block schedule is super helpful, especially for student athletes like myself.
We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium. Carroll will put the ball in place for to start the second quarter. Kendall Keller will put the ball in play. 5'9" graduate student from Havre. And she'll take a three. In and out, no good. Maddie Moy lost the ball out of bounds. Now, Erickson, she signaled it ahead of time. Do you think that she thinks because she has that checkered pattern on her, she's an official? Because she was right on the call.
She might have been right, though.
She was right, yeah. Keller puts up, this time she hits the three, and Saints in front, 18-17. And I believe that's their first lead of the game. Isabel Lund turnaround, and it's good. She's got that nifty little move.
Well, she uses the left hand, and of course they're over-guarding her to go to the right. Oh!
And that time, that was Ellie Denny who took a couple of extra steps. Denny, the sophomore from Fairfield, Washington. Do you have where's Fairfield? Washington.
Didn't look it up. I thought that was on Bullock, but I'm not.
Well, Denny almost had a nifty steal in there. I got to find a different word than nifty. Bring your thesaurus too.
Yeah.
Denny almost had the steal, but she stepped out of bounds. Nichols has the ball, goes in, puts a little floater up. No, not there, but Isabel Lund draws the foul. Alex Bullock commits the foul. And Isabel Lund will step to the free throw line.
Isabella has suddenly become an offensive force.
19, I believe it was 19 points Thursday night
16.
against
16, yeah.
As we said, most of them were inside. Oh, a little hard on that one. It rolled around and then off. She'll get a second one. Just underway in the second quarter.
Ooh.
That one was short. The
Yeah,
other one was hard. This one was, but somebody in early.
Yes.
So Isabella gets a do-over.
Yeah, trying to get to good position. Alex Bullock stepped into the lane before the ball left the shooter's hand.
And Isabel Lund took advantage of the do-over for the basket. And the Bulldogs back in front, 20-18.
8 points now for Lund.
Shot no good, and Isabel Lund with the rebound. She's going all the way, puts the shot up, and it falls again. You know, we never did come up with nicknames for Hagee and Lund,
No.
but how about Cannonball for Isabella? She is not intimidated at all. She completes the old-fashioned three-point play, and it's 23-18 Bulldogs.
In the wide open court, Isabella is, as you say, fearless. And we've always talked about what a good defensive player she is.
She almost came up with a steal there. Nice offensive rebound by Converse. Hanks has the ball now for the Saints. Kiki Davis with the defensive rebound for the Bulldogs. Moy puts up the three, hard, no good. And there's a loose ball, finally controlled by the Saints. Keller to Erickson. Back to Converse. Shot clock down to 10, 8, 7. Shot is up and no good. And a foul, I believe, is going to be called on Cartster.
That's 2 on Megan Carseter. Is that how I might be mispronouncing that. Apologies to the family.
It's right there.
If I'm, yeah.
Look at them.
Yeah. Carseter.
Kiki Davis goes up and doesn't get it, draw the foul, but Saints come away with the defensive rebound. And quickly down court comes Engstrom, stops the key, works it inside to Bullock. Bullock nowhere to go, fine. And there's 1, 2, or was that a 5-second rule?
Yep,
or
yep. 3 second. Engstrom is a great athlete. She was part of a 4x4 state champion in track while she was in high school out of Bozeman.
I notice you always seem to center in on the track athletes.
Yeah.
Kiki Davis open for, and she has the air ball. Carroll with the defensive rebound. 6:30 left to play in the first half. Shot is up and no good by Ekstrom. Davis with the defensive rebound, and here at the other end. Nice pass from Peyton Hagee to Isabella Lund inside for the layup, and the Bulldogs lead 25-18. Lund with 11 points already. Kiki Davis, good defense. She tied up Bullock, and Bullock took an extra step with the ball.
Well, when she fell down. But then when she got up, she kicked the ball to the official.
I bet she's a soccer player.
She's probably a good one.
Lund out to Davis. Davis goes inside now to Moy, who's opened for the 3. Steps in for the 15-footer. No good. With the rebound is Albright. And here come the Saints trailing by 7, 25-18. 5:36 left to play, first half.
Maddie just a little off on all of the shots she's had today. And that looked like a little arm bar for the wrestler.
That's not Kiki's other sport. Softball is. She must be liking softball now because it started, believe it or not, it's on TV now.
Oh, I think
softball season has started.
Yeah.
Erickson puts up the 3. No good. Moy with the defensive rebound. Lund quickly down across the timeline. Works her way down. Now comes back out to Hagee. Hagee takes a jump. Works off the screen. Now back to Lund, who's inside. Puts up another shot. This one doesn't fall. And she almost comes up with a rebound, but commits the foul instead. And that's her first foul, second team foul on the Bulldogs. 3 on the Saints, and timeout on the court. I think this is a media timeout. And with our score, Montana Western 25, Carroll College 18. We'll be back with more Frontier Conference women's basketball on the Bulldog Sports Network. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. Chilly Saturday afternoon. Frontier Conference women's basketball. Number 20 Carroll College in town to face the Bulldogs. And talking to our Helena friends that came over, they got dumped on with snow, and the roads weren't all that cool coming over here. So everybody that made the journey over here drive safely on their way back.
That's what we know about our Beavers are in Browning for the divisional wrestling tournament. And I heard some of the reports from the women's side, and had girls wrestling for third and fourth. And
Willa Albright, Offensive Player of the Week in the Frontier Conference last week. That's the reason why. 25-21 now, Bulldogs lead. Isabel Lund goes up, and another little, what would you call that, Mike?
Just a simple little turnaround jumper.
One-handed.
One-handed, though.
27-21. Bulldogs lead. We're approaching the 4-minute mark of the second quarter. Seven seconds on the shot clock. Erickson drives in, puts it up. Ooh, nice move. That was Ekstrom driving in. Nice move to the basket with a basket, and it's 27-23 Bulldogs. And Hagee puts up the three that doesn't fall. Bullock with the rebound for Carroll, and here comes Carroll trying to make something happen with a fast break, but the Bulldog defense slowed it down. 3:30 left to play for first half.
Hagee, the leading scorer for the Bulldogs, has not scored at all today yet.
Five seconds on the shot clock. Erickson's turnaround is short, and Hagee clears the air ball rebound.
Oh, and she
goes up. Oh, she had the layup.
I think it's the Bulldogs' ball.
Yep, it's the Bulldogs' ball. Hagee and Kiki Davis were right in the mix of that, along with
it looked like
Elliot
Hagee was going to pass that ball all the way down to Kinsey Peterson, and then held it up. Oh.
Shot is up and no good by the Bulldogs. Here come the Saints trailing by 4, 27-23. And basket no good as Albright took a little extra step as she set up for the three. And you've seen that a lot.
Yeah, Isabella Lund has 15 here in the first half. Yeah, players don't jump stop anymore. They all want to run as they're stopping.
Kenzie Peterson, she travels with the ball. Our officials tonight: Jess Solid, Darren Losberg, and Craig Thompson. They're keeping the teams honest.
And I have never seen any of these three officials.
Albright open for the three, high, and it's good. Albright with the three. It's 27-26 Bulldogs. 2:05 left to play, first half. Oh, nice defense by the Saints. Stepped right in the Bulldog passing lane and forced the turnover. And the Saints have a chance to regain the lead. Trailing right now, 27-26. Keller with the ball. That's an interesting matchup. Lund against Albright. Oh, and Keller. Nope, sorry, not Keller. Bullock. Nice pass in the inside, and the Saints in front now. 28-27, a minute 16 left to play in the first half. Hagee with the three, and it's good. Peyton Hagee off the assist from Trinity Nichols, and the Bulldogs back out in front, 30-28, 1:02 left to play first half. And Albright, another three, and the Saints on top by 1. Albright with 10 points, and she's 2 of 3 from three-point land.
Oh, my.
Hagee's long-distance three is an air ball. Hit the front of the net and went right into the hands of a Bulldog cheerleader.
Getting a little bit, that's not the best of shots.
I think she agrees with you.
Yeah.
28 seconds left to play. Couple of seconds difference in shot clock and game clock. Trinity Nichols with the rebound for the Bulldogs. They'll get the last shot. Nichols stops and pops and hits a three. Trinity Nichols hits a three at the buzzer, and the Bulldogs go into the break leading 33-31 over Carroll. We'll be back with halftime chatter and stats after these messages.
Our flexible schedule and focus on learning through experience are just right for your world today. Experience One, where you take one course at a time for 18 days and then move on to your next course, is designed to work for you, whether you plan to come to campus, want to stay close to home, or if you need to earn your degree while working or raising a family. And Montana Western is the most affordable university in Montana. Experience the difference, only at University of Montana Western.
We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium, and we've got stats to talk about a little bit. Brett has put up the team stats on there, and as we look at the individual stats, only one player on each team in double figures.
Right. Isabella Lund surprising a few people with 15 points. And, of course, everybody expects Willa Albrecht to be an outstanding scorer. She's got 13. She hit 3 3-pointers in that second period. Interesting, I think, off the bench, Trinity Nichols has 6 points. And off the bench for the Saints, only 2 points from Alex Bullock. So our bench, the Bulldog bench, playing a little bit better, or scoring a little bit better than the Saints. And we looked at the shooting percentage. The Bulldogs shooting 54% from the field.
And the Saints struggling a little bit for the game. Well, that's first quarter percentage.
45%.
That's still really good.
That's pretty good.
That's really good. As a team, that's about where you want to be. Unless you're just aces on, you're never going to be really over 50%. Well, around the Frontier Conference, we have other action going on. Well, before we talk about the other action, Thursday night it was Rocky over Western 67-48, Carroll over Northern 58-53, and Montana Tech pulling the mini upset as they went to Great Falls and beat number 25 Providence 73-66. Today, Rocky is at Providence. That presents another good game. Yep, and Montana Tech at Rocky Mountain. So you got... No, I'm reading the wrong one. Montana Tech at Northern.
Yeah, Northern.
Montana Tech at Northern. You look at the standings coming in. Carroll on top of the Frontier, 8-2. And Rocky at 7-3. Montana Tech at 6-4. Providence at 5-5. And Western and Northern tied at 2-8. So we're going to take another break, and we're going to come back in a little bit, and we'll have the second half on the Bulldog Sports Network. We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium getting ready for the beginning of the third quarter. As we enter the third quarter, it's Western over Carroll, 33-31. Carroll with first possession of the second half. Keller will bring it down for the Saints. And not bring it down, didn't walk very far. They were throwing the ball in right in front of us. Keller's turnaround shot, no good. But Cartster with the rebound gives the Saints another possession. Now she's got the ball inside going up against Peterson, puts the shot up, no good. And a jump ball is called, and the arrow points in the Bulldogs' direction. Peterson met the ball with her forehead. So no points scored yet as we're just underway in the third quarter. Bulldogs leading the Saints 33-31. One tripped over a foot, not saying whose foot, but it was somebody's foot, and travels with the ball.
Might have been her own.
Peyton Hagee steps right into the Carroll passing lane, comes away with the steal. Dribbles underneath the basket, gives off to Peterson. Peterson, in and around, but not in all the way. No basket, and here come the Saints. Shot is up and no good, and another tie-up. Possession arrow this time belongs to the purple-clad Saints. Saints with purple jerseys, white trim. Bulldogs in white jerseys and red trim. Behind Kiki Davis with the shot block. Here come the Bulldogs. Kiki Davis.
Double dribble.
You knew that almost before the officials did.
Well, Isabella certainly did.
Well, there's been turnovers and
Block
shot
shots.
blocks and no baskets. Score remains 33-31. Just what it was when we ended the second quarter. Now we have a basket. Kartstetter with the basket, and it's all tied up at 33. Kiki Davis with it, stops in front of the free throw line and drops a jumper. 35-33 Bulldogs. This is the third time these teams have met.
Somebody totally forgot to block out.
And with that, easy basket. Erickson. That was Erickson, wasn't it?
Yes.
All tied at 35. Lund puts up the three, doesn't make it. Carroll with the defensive rebound and down setting up the offense. Game tied at 35. Carroll can regain the lead. And Kenzie Peterson thought she had a shot block, but she had a shot block and a foul from behind. And stepping to the free throw line is Isabel Erickson. And we need a timeout, so we're going to take one. The score, Montana Western 35, Carroll College 35. Back with more Frontier Conference men's basketball after this on the Bulldog Sports.
guidance counselor at the high school.
.35. But she misses both of them. Maddie Moy with the rebound. Bulldogs quickly down court. Isabel Lund with the ball. Kiki Davis drives in, puts the shot up, hits the backboard, and with the rebound for the Saints is Ekstrom, and she'll bring it all the way down and set the offense. Keller has it now.
Oh,
took a little extra
yeah,
step there and got away with it. Erickson with the three-point attempt, up and no good. Moy with the defensive rebound, and here come the Bulldogs. 35-35 the score. Hagee with the three, no good. Battle for the rebound, and finally Kartstetter comes away with it. Nobody wants to score here except her. Kartstetter has both Carroll baskets in the half. The Saints now lead 37-35.
Oh.
Hagee out front, she'll drive in. Now cross court to Kiki Davis, who was open for a second, but kind of backed off, and now she just throws it up. Not sure what happened there. Saints trying to build on their 2-point lead. They lead 37-35, 5:10 left to play, third quarter. Albright's shot up. I think Kiki Davis had something to do with that one.
And Maddie Moy with the really picture-perfect rebound.
You mean the kind that's on posters and stuff like that?
Well, she's really the only true leaper I see for the Bulldogs.
Hagee for two.
Isabella Hagee.
Peyton Hagee.
Well, I just combined the two together. Peyton Hagee, would you call that a floater, or would you just call that a basket? Oh, Erickson just jumped in the middle of the Bulldog defenders and stole the rebound away.
See, she's carrying the ball.
Erickson with 4 seconds on the clock, turns around, puts the shot up, doesn't fall. Nothing but Bulldogs around the bottom of the basket, and it's a Bulldog rebound. Isabel Lund will bring things down and start them up. She drives in. Now back out to Hagee. Hagee to Moy in the corner. Moy to Davis at the free throw line. She takes a stop, jump, and in. And the Bulldogs back in front. 39-37 now. 3:33 left to play. Third quarter. Keller all the way to a wide open Albright. She's tied up by Moy, and ball, she rolls it. And Keller's 3 attempt is long and hard and off. And here come the Bulldogs nursing that 39-37 lead.
Oh.
Lund tried to pass off to Hagee, and the Saints came away with the steal. So they have a chance to either tie the game up or take the lead with a 3. Bulldogs lead 39-37, 2:26 left in the third quarter. Albright from the wing, and it's good. So Albright puts the Saints back out in front, 40-39, and Rachel Sayers wants a timeout. 2:20 left to play in the third quarter. It's Montana Western trailing the Saints by a score of 40-39. Back with more on the Bulldog Sports Network.
We are Champions of Character.
I have great respect for the special ed teachers.
We are back at the Stroud Gymnasium. 2:20 left to play in the third quarter. Carroll leading the Bulldogs 40-39. And Isabel Lund will bring the ball down across the timeline. Belich has it. Gelb off to Lund. Lund puts the shot up and checked away by Bullock. Nice defense by Bullock. And Saints down can increase their lead with a basket here. Saints lead by 1.
We've talked about it before that Bullock's mom played here back in the 1980s and early 90s. Fine player.
Turnaround jumper by Erickson is good, and the Saints lead by 3, 42-39. 1:30 remaining in the third quarter.
And that is such a mismatch. Erickson great pass.
Moy with the basket off the great pass. Was that Lund or Nichols?
Oh, and there Ava Belich fast down the court.
Nichols drives in, gives off to Lund. Lund to Hagee. Hagee guarded by Albright. Off to Moy, to Lund. Shot clock at 7. Isabel Lund puts up the shot, no good.
Oh.
Rebound, control, somebody's got it.
No one's got it.
No one's got it.
Okay.
Finally, Bullock hands it off to a teammate. That took about, 5 seconds?
That is impossible.
Keller's missed shot. Bulldogs with the defensive rebound.
Trinity Nichols in the corner. Or Maddie Moy.
Maddie Moy in the corner, off the rim, into the hands of Ekstrom, and here come the Saints, can put points on the board. Keller down with 2 seconds, 1 second, Oh, that would have been good if it would have gone in, Addie Ekstrom. So after 3 quarters of basketball, it is Carroll College 42, Montana Western 41, and we'll be back with the 4th quarter after this.
Albrecht has
Block schedule at Montana Western. I take 1 class for 18 days.
And we have 3 hours a day in that class.
4 classes per semester.
Once that class is over, you get to move on to the next.
It makes school a lot easier. You're able to just focus on one subject at a time.
Right now I'm in botany, and we get to do a lot of labs and a couple of field trips.
I find it very useful to just focus on 1 class per block.
The block schedule is super helpful, especially for student athletes like myself.
sitter.
We're back at the Stroud Gymnasium. Bulldogs put the ball in play to open up the 4th quarter, trailing by 1, 42-41. Kiki Davis with the ball, works her way inside, puts the shot up, and it falls. Bulldogs back out in front, 43-42. 4th quarter just underway. Carroll holds a slight edge in rebounding, 30-27, and Keller gives the Saints a 2-point lead as she makes a 3 from way outside. Bulldogs get another possession. A tumbling of basketball bodies down there. Carroll had the edge for a second or two. 3-point shot up and no good by Albrecht. Saints lead by 2, 45-43. 8:46 left to play. Ava Bellich goes in, works there, doesn't get it, but Trinity Nichols took the ball right out of the hands of Albrecht, and then Albrecht fouled her. So Trinity Nichols will go to the free throw line to shoot a couple.
Well, coach is over there arguing that wasn't a foul.
Nichols misses the free throw. Gets the second one, so she's 1 out of 2, and it's 45-44 Carroll. Keller inside for the basket. It's 47-44, the Saints. Peyton DeHage with the layup brings the Bulldogs to within 1, 47-46. 7:52 left to play.
See, she carries the ball when she's. Oh, I think that one's on Isabella Lund,
Yeah,
her second.
with the look on her face.
In for the Bulldogs, number 5, Maddie Moy.
Maddie Moy will check in. Isabella will get a break after her second personal foul. First team foul on Montana Western. Bellich with the rebound for the Bulldogs after the missed Carroll shot. Nichols, nice pass out. Hagee shot no good. And with the rebound, Ekstrom down court quickly to Keller. Keller sets up for the three. Now she launches it. No good, but Carroll with the rebound. Albrecht giving them another possession. That was a long rebound. Albrecht now on the other wing. She'll take a drive in against Moy, and she draws the foul. Maddie Moy with the foul. That's her third personal. Converse checks back into the Carroll lineup now, and Keller will get a break. Albrecht, 91% free throw shooter. She leads the Saints in free throw shooting, and she makes the first. That gives the Saints a 2-point lead, 48-46. She gets the second. Back in front by 3 are the Saints, 49-46 now. 6:48 remaining. Kiki Davis to Maddie Moy. She puts up the shot, and all of a sudden, Bulldogs have a lid on their basket. They're getting the shots. They're just not falling.
That's one she probably should have just taken right to the back basket.
Six seconds on the shot clock. Erickson loses it out of bounds, and it's a shot clock violation. So it will be Bulldogs.
Bulldogs, number 23, Isabella Lund.
Nichols will take a break. All right, Trinity Nichols will take a break, and Isabel Lund comes back into the game. I'm easily confused.
Yep.
Bulldogs trail by 3, 49-46. Into Kiki Davis at the high post. She moves in, puts the shot up and in. Kiki Davis scores. The Bulldogs trail by 1 now, 49-48. Saints with the ball. 5:36 remaining.
Too close.
Kartstetter's shot is up and no good. Davis with the rebound, and Bulldogs with the ball and another possession, trailing by 1. Isabel Lund up, and she lays it up and in, and the Bulldogs lead by 1, 50-49. 5:06 left to play. Shot is up, and shot is no good by Ekstrom. And now the Bulldogs taking a little bit of time as they move down.
Oh,
Bellich with the three. Ava Bellich hits the three off the nice pass from Lund. And the Bulldogs lead by 4, 53-49, 4:30 left to play. Oh, Kiki Davis commits a foul. Thought she had a steal, but she also got an arm.
yeah, and she kind of knew it. She grimaced. Ava
And
Bellich played very, very good defense down here twice, really stopping a drive to the basket and then coming down and hitting that three-pointer. That's what we've been expecting of her for a long time.
But it looks like what we saw prior to the game, it looked
Montana Western, our flexible schedule and focus on learning through experience are just right for your world today. Experience 1, where you take one course at a time for 18 days and then move on to your next course, is designed to work for you, whether you plan to come to campus, want to stay close to home, or if you need to earn your degree while working or raising a family. And Montana Western is the most affordable university in Montana. Experience the difference, only at University of Montana Western.
Ooh, and as I say, every possession's so important.
3:15 left to play, and Maddie Moy is fouled by Willa Albrecht.
And that is number 4.
Boy, and Albrecht is not one you want to lose when a game is this tight.
Coach Sayre saying, hey, I've got faith in you. You can play the rest. It's like Kinsey Peterson just drew with.
And who, I think it was Erickson is. Yep, Erickson is the culprit. That's her second personal foul. Third team foul on the Saints, and the Bulldogs also with 3 team fouls. Peterson at the free throw line. Shot is up. Oh, everywhere but in. Another thing you don't want to have happen is you need these free throws.
And again, sometimes it looks like it falls off her hand.
She misses them both. Oh, and Albrecht loses the ball out of bounds. It looked like it was the hot potato type, and it rolled right out of bounds. So the Bulldogs get a wee bit of a break on that one.
And the ball goes into the locker room. And Isabella Lund went in to get it, and she has not come back.
There she is.
Well, then we're not going to start without her.
Lund with the ball now.
See how
to Hagee. Hagee's 3, no good, but Lund comes up with the offensive rebound for the Bulldogs. Hagee's shot was up and no good.
Uh-oh.
Feisty defense by the Bulldogs. Feisty on the looking for the offensive board. They didn't come away with the basket, so Carroll weathered a little storm there. Keller with the three-point attempt. That's off the glass, and Peterson with the rebound for the Bulldogs. Hagee quickly down court. She sees a little opening, now gives it to Peterson. Now back to Hagee. Calls out the play.
And now
approaching
Kendall Keller in the middle of the lane.
Approaching the 2-minute mark. Maddie Moy, open for the layup and missed it.
Pressure packed.
She had that one and it went everywhere but in. 1:48 left. Bulldogs lead by 1. Keller thinks about a three, backs off. Now she comes in. Now she launches it and hits it. Kendall Keller with the three. And the Saints lead 55-53, 1:35 left to play. Who called the timeout, Mike?
I was writing things down.
Must have been the Bulldogs. That way they can take. I guess not. I thought they got it at half. Maybe it was Carroll that called the timeout. .130 left to play. Saints by 2, 55-53. Moy to Lund.
And again, the Saints helping so well under there. Again,
Davis working in, lays it up, and nice defense by Erickson. She gets a block and the rebound, and the Saints with 1:05 left to play can put this one away with a basket here. 1 minute left, 1 minute.
And they're spreading the floor out.
Keller with a little 10-footer that falls. Kendall Keller has taken the Saints on her back, and she's making big plays. Saints now lead 57-53, 48 seconds. Moy with the ball inside to Peterson, and Kartstetter with the block. And Isabel Lund fouls Albrecht.
And Britt Cooper telling the official, come on. Sometimes officials want to swallow that whistle before they have to make a call. Coaches don't want that. They want the officials to make those calls.
Nichols commits the foul there against Keller.
It's her first one, but it's the fifth one for the Bulldogs.
So that will send Kendall Keller to the free throw line for 2.
77% free throw shooter.
That's why. Transferred to Carroll from the University of Montana. I think she's probably having more fun playing for the Saints.
State champions up in Havre, I think, when she was playing. Oh,
Misses the second one. Maddie Moy had the rebound, but she was either fouled or a timeout. I think it's a timeout.
Yeah, called out. Timeout by the Bulldogs.
Timeout on the court. Our score is Carroll 58.
Schedule at Montana Western. I take one class for 18 days.
And we have 3 hours a day in that class.
4 classes per semester.
Once that class is over, you get to move on to the next.
It makes school a lot easier. You're able to just focus on one subject at a time.
Right now I'm in botany, and we get to do a lot of labs and a couple of field trips.
I find it very useful to just focus on one class per block.
The block schedule is super helpful, especially for student athletes like myself.
Well, Alyssa Matter-Creighton. She played for the Blue Ponies.
I saw Jeff Feenstra yesterday. Chiropractor limping really badly because he fell down. He fell down either getting out of his pickup or something.
It's slippery out there.
Twisted his ankle pretty bad.
Does he have anybody that can help him?
Apparently not.
34 seconds left to play. Isabel Lund puts the layup up, no good. And Trinity Nichols will foul Erickson, and this will send Erickson back to the free throw line. Erickson will go to the free throw line, the sophomore from Broadview, and she played high school ball at Billings Central. 74% free throw shooter.
And she led the Rams to the 2020 Class A basketball championship and played volleyball.
And gets them both. And the lead is 59-53. 25 seconds left to play. Hagee with the running shot off the glass and in. 59-55. 19 seconds left to play.
We are champions of character.
So we're back, and the Saints putting the ball in play on their side of the court. Keller with the ball, and she is fouled by Hagee. So that'll send Keller back to the free throw line.
Hagee's very first foul. Got the wrong number up there. There is no number 10 for the Bulldogs other than Ava Belich, and she's on the bench.
Keller has 22 points. Make that 23 points.
See how quickly they get over there? They are ignoring the players away from the ball. They can't hurt you, so they're clogging up the middle, and they've taken away those drives to the basket that Kiki Davis and Isabella Lund enjoyed in the first half. And now it's simply going to become,
free throws.
yeah, the score is not going to indicate the closeness of the ball game because of all the free throws now.
(63-55) now, and another timeout. As we look around the Frontier Conference too, we see in Great Falls, Providence kind of built a nice, comfortable margin now against Rocky, leading the Bears 63-49. And Montana Tech, a close one at Havre. They lead by 10, 64-54, 5 minutes left in that one. Computers are so wonderful.
I hate them.
Before you
I have two.
You have to. Yeah. Well, one's for your job.
And ooh, I was going to say that horn's a long. Oh, Maddie Moy.
Peyton Hagee with the three, and she hits it. Peyton Hagee with the three. 63-58 now. 5-point lead, and you know there's going to be a foul. And who would you foul? Willa Albrecht is a 91% free throw shooter. Kendall Keller is a 77% free throw shooter.
Extra. So she may be able.
So Saints putting the ball in play. Speaking of number 12, Ekstrom, she will put the ball in play. Were they seeing if the clock worked?
Oh.
And that was smart of Rochelle Sayers, having Ekstrom throw the ball in.
Yep, keeps her away from the ball.
And Miss 91% free throw percentage steps to the free throw line and calmly sinks number one. And two, no problem. Hagee into Lund.
And the last 8 points scored by Carroll, all from the free throw line.
Hagee puts up the three. Oh, and at the buzzer, in and out, and no good. Our final score is Carroll College 65, Montana Western 58. Montana Western drops to 2-9 in the Frontier, 7-16 overall. The Saints improved to 9-2 in the conference and 16-8 overall. And we're gonna break, and we'll be back with the men's game, and then we'll also talk in our break. We'll give you some stats from the women's break. But right now, we're going to turn it back to our producer, Brett Wiebe, on the Bulldogs.